Christmas.
You guys. Oh, hi everybody. Welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. My name is William Bibbiani. I'm the film channel editor at CraveOnline. Everyone calls me Bibbs.
And I'm Ryan Turek, the managing editor of SHOCKTILLYOUDROP.com.
And I'm Alonzo Duralde from TheWrap.com and the Linoleum Knife Podcast. Also the author of the indispensable holiday tome, Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas, available at Amazon.com or wherever fine books are sold.
And on the 12 Days of Christmas, we're all going to be looking at such Christmas classics as It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street. Live, damn you! Live! You've never given up on anything in your life! Now live!
Hello?
Hello, boys. Are you having a happy holidays?
No?
Good. I hear you're putting on a little show, reviewing those awful Christmas classics audiences are forced to watch every single year. But not this year. This year we're going to do something a little different. For the next 12 days, I'm going to send you a little clue. If you guess which Christmas horror film these clues represent, and review them properly, I will reveal my true identity.
Mom?
This is Black Christmas.
It's Christmas time, and the girls of Pi Kappa Sigma are spending it the way one usually does. With boozy parties, abortion scandals, and a mysterious crank caller living secretly in their attic, bumping them off one by one. Will Olivia Hussey and Margot Kidder survive the night? Are the calls coming from inside the house? Oh my God, the calls are coming from inside the house! What can one say about Black Christmas? It's quite good.
It's brilliant.
It's a good movie.
I love it.
It's a great movie.
It's one of the scariest horror movies for me.
Is it really? It
Yeah.
actually scares you, because this is interesting.
Yes.
When you're a horror fan, what actually scares you? What scares you about this movie?
Well, I saw this film when I was in college for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I'd already seen Texas Chainsaw and Halloween, other films that populate my best horror movie of all time list.
Mm-hmm.
And this ranks at number one. This one terrified me.
This is your number one horror movie of all
Number
time?
one.
No shit.
Number one. It
Wow.
scared the hell out of me. And you know what it was? It was the eyeball through the doorway.
The eyeball through the doorway is great.
It's the mystery of who the killer is. You never see him. Ever.
You never see him. You never get. And it's the people go to such great lengths to hide a killer behind a mask or anything. It's like, you know, if you just sort of frame him out a little bit, you never.
Yeah, you frame him out. But what is so brilliant about it is like when they do reveal him, and it's that one eyeball peering through a crack in the door. I mean, it's just like
really
holy
unexpected.
crap. The kills are brutal. I mean, when he goes to town on, so and so with a unicorn statue.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's brutal. There's pure brutality, and there's also pure madness underlying all of those phone calls. There is something
Those
very
phone
sinister
calls are
and effed
fucked up. Like
Yeah.
we've all heard crank phone calls. Some of us have even done a crank phone call or two.
Yeah.
Some of us have, and you shouldn't be proud of this, but you've given some very skeevy phone calls in your time. You probably haven't gone to the lengths that this killer does.
Yeah.
It's really, really creepy. It's really, really gross. I think it's very atmospheric. I love it. But what I love about this movie the most, really, beyond all that creepy stuff, it's all great. The characters are wonderful.
Yes.
The characters are flawed, interesting, weird people.
Human. They're human characters.
They're very, very human. Olivia Hussey seems like she's like the good girl. Like this is before slasher tropes had solidified and like the heroic final girl had to arbitrarily be this virginal whatever. And she's, you know, she's had sex. She's sleeping with Cara Delea.
And she's paying the price for it, obviously.
She's paying the price for it.
know.
She's considering having an abortion, and that's a very serious issue that relates to people. Like, you look at movies, look at a lot of other slasher movies set with people in this age group, and their concerns are not as serious.
Yeah.
Even Margot Kidder like almost steals the movie as this hilarious drunk, you know, giving fellatio exchanges, which makes more sense in context. But she. you know, you get a sense that there's a sadness
Yeah.
to her. There's more to her than just
Oh,
that
absolutely.
joke character. And
Yeah.
if we have to review the Black Christmas remake at some point, I think we'll see that the Lacey Chabert character doesn't have that depth.
No, not at all.
Doesn't have that depth at all.
I mean, even the
Yeah.
house mother, from the house mother to John Saxon's, cop, to the cops that he works with. They
There's
all have character.
Yeah, and that's so rare in any movie, let alone a slasher. But the person I feel really bad about, and every time I watch it more and more, I feel really bad for Cara DeLea in this movie. This poor fucking bastard. His girlfriend comes up to him like the day of his piano recital, couldn't wait 3 more hours for the biggest piano recital of his life to drop the news that she's pregnant, which he's actually happy about, and
The
B,
one guy who actually wants a baby.
right, and B, that she's thinking about having an abortion that she wasn't even gonna tell him, and that fucks with his mind. And then not only does it fuck with his mind, and it kind of ruins his recital, he's still cool with it,
Yeah.
and she's still like, and it's like, I get it, like I don't think she's being cruel to him, but I can't help but feel bad for his situation. And his ultimate fate in this movie is like the most tragic thing in any horror movie. It's so great. And I love, normally when like the killer isn't revealed or something, it feels like a cheat. And here it just makes it that much spookier.
Oh man,
and
the final shot is just so eerie,
Really
and
gets ya.
in its silence. You know, there are so many great silent moments in this film, and
Yeah.
Bob Clark really makes it work. It's also definitively Canadian.
Really?
When you look at Canadian cinema, horror cinema, you know, it's just, there's a feeling to it. There's a, you know, I don't know, the characters are so much nicer than they are. I mean, that's because Canadians are freaking cool. But you look at it and you're like, oh, the accents come through, and it's just really fun, you know? It's just a lot of fun.
No, I love this movie. This movie is gorgeously shot, wonderfully acted, very well written. It is
So masterful, man.
It's a justified classic in the horror genre, regardless of slasher, whatever you want to call it. Black Christmas. I give it 5 claws.
Yeah, man. We're going to start off strong with 5 claws for me, too. I mean, like I said, when people ask, what is the scariest film of all time for you? Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. Oh, God.
Well,
That's it
we
for
got a
us
journey
today.
ahead.
It's going to be a long slog. We're going to have some creepy-ass shit coming at you, coming at us. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do?
I don't know.
What are we going to do?
Look forward to these presents, apparently.
Yeah.
I just want to go Christmas shopping.
I know. I love you, Ryan.
I love you too, Bibbs.